What's up, welcome to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Stray Kids' third album, 5-Star. Man, Stray Kids delivered an absolute banger of an album. I really love this record. Can't wait to talk about it. I think there's so much to get into with Stray Kids, and I just want to say, off the bat, they're an incredibly exciting group that I think people need to be paying attention to, need to be listening to, and many people are, because this is the third Stray Kids album that will go number one in the United States, on track to sell over 200,000 units first week. They are a massive group, and clearly they are the leaders of the male K-pop space in terms of filling that BTS, hiatus, sucking up that oxygen that's been vacated by this BTS hiatus. Stray Kids are incredibly hot, making great music, and have all the momentum in the world. I think they are just a standout group for many reasons, really exciting. And I think 5-Star is my favorite project they've released. They made, I think, a huge step forward in 2022 with those two EPs that were massive successes. Was it Accident and Ordinary? But 5-Star to me is like a step forward sonically, artistically, and because I think most importantly, this is a full-length album. It's not an EP. It's not a mini album. This is a full-length K-pop release. This is real creative vision is actually here. I talked about a lot of K-pop this year. A lot of K-pop I've enjoyed, but almost always I'm talking about EPs. I'm talking about mini albums. I'm talking about sub 30-minute projects, little tasters. That's kind of like the mode of operation in K-pop, where you release EPs quite frequently, albums infrequently. And Stray Kids is doing that as well. But I think when you get an album that is as confident and good as 5-Star is from Stray Kids, it just stands out so much more because it is unique in that regard. So I think there's so much to like about 5-Star. I like so many of these songs, and I think they deserve a lot of credit because which has been the case for a while, they write their own music, they produce their own music. It's really, and they're signed to JYP Entertainment. They're a mainstream K-pop group, but they do their own thing, and it's really cool. Bang Chan, Changbin, and Han, aka 3 Raka, those three guys in Stray Kids are like the creative force behind all this music, and I think it really shows. And what also makes them so exciting is the level of genre mash and switch ups in sound and styles and vocal performance and vocal stylings is so consistent in its volume, its quantity. Stray Kids is always doing something new. Sometimes that's verse to chorus to next verse. It's 3 different types of songs. It's always a puzzle, I think, unpacking the types of songs they make. It's just really cool. And I think at the worst, Stray Kids is never boring. Maybe sometimes it's overstuffed and too much, but it's never dull, which I think is just really commendable music, and the fact that they can be, I think, this experimental and wide-ranging and risk-taking, and also be commercial behemoths at the same time is just really exciting that they're attracting that fan base, without compromising themselves at all. They're finding all this success in the United States as well without making tons of English tracks. They're not compromising the type of music they make too, and you love to see that. But yeah, man, there's just so many songs to get into here. Track 1, Hall of Fame. I love the opening vocals. Then right after that, you get these great rapping. But just overall, a lot of vocal variety. The tempo really picks up into the chorus. You get these big maximalist drum hits. I think Hall of Fame sounds great. And then track 2, you get the title track with the music video, S-Class. Man, this is a perfect example, a textbook example of what Stray Kids does when they mix up and mash genres on a song. You have, I think, this really amazing pre-chorus vocals from Seungmin and Felix. The luxurious, I'm an S-Class. The vocal line, the vocal performance is so catchy. And then you get into this super high energy electronic chorus that I actually think is the worst part about the song. It's a little grating to me, but it's a complete switch up. But then the second verse 1 was singing, verse 2, it's fucking straight rapping. Like I think S Class is great. And then after that, you get Item, which is a lot of rap. I think what's awesome about Stray Kids too, as rappers in K-pop, is that they like go super hard as rappers. I think they're probably the most capable group out there right now when it comes to rapping in K-pop. I think the K-pop industry as a whole has come a long way in terms of not being like super cringy and corny with the hip hop, but you still hear that often. But Stray Kids, like I think they're super compelling as rappers, and I think Item is just a hard ass song from that. But also like on the production side, there's like this video game like chime sound at one point. The bass drums sound amazing. Once again, a pre-chorus that's incredibly catchy. IN, the feeling blessed part. Like, again, it's a really sticky vocal line, really sticky vocal performance. I love it. Builds up to this chorus, and the chorus hits hard. And again, it's almost a messy chorus. It's a bit like S Class, where I think like the chorus, the hook is probably my least favorite part. But then the way the chorus goes out, there's a huge like breakdown on the beat. Like, there's just so many flourishes and touches with this music. I'm so into it. Super Bowl, I think starts off really hard, and then it's kind of like a cheesy hook here. The line is like kind of ridiculous. The finger looking, yeah, we cooking up a Super Bowl in the kitchen, Michelin, irresistible. Like it's like fun harmony because it's like all of them singing at once and like catchy, but also like corny. I think in a good way. Like I don't mind it. Um, Going on, top line, you have this really ominous like horns on the beat, and then a bunch of hard rapping, and then a feature from Tiger JK, who's a Korean rap OG who fits in swimmingly, with the other guys rapping. I think that one sounds awesome. DLC, the piano keys kind of come out of nowhere. This almost like pop production, sounds good. Get Lit. I think the beat to me, but then the chorus was like kind of annoying. It's like it's a bit too much. It's like it's a lot of noise. But the second verse, I thought the rapping was pretty good. It's good flow. Collision, love the vocal performance. I love the rapping in verse 2 again. FNF, I love the bass tempo. I love the singing in verse 2. Another weak chorus, though. I think that's kind of my consistent complaint. Is I think some of the choruses or the hooks are a bit underwritten, or that the production kind of drowns out what the chorus is trying to achieve. And like it actually has a really nice like outro song too with "Beautiful," which is this closer with a bunch of guitar, probably the closest they get to a stripped down song on this track list. And then after that, you get the Korean version of "The Sound," which is a Japanese track they released earlier this year, and this like old loose single from last year, mixtape "Time Out." So 12 songs, 36 minutes, but definitely a full length project. And I think, like I said, there's a lot to like about this. I think the flourishes, the switch ups definitely warrant multiple listens because there's just a lot going on with this music. And when it's going right on songs like S Class and Hall of Fame and Item and Top Line, it's like really shining. I would say this is definitely my favorite K-pop album, K-pop release of the year as a whole, as a project. And Stray Kids, they're rising to the top quickly, and I think that's really exciting. Obviously, they have a lot of competition in the men's side of things, and there's multiple winners here. Between TXT and 17 and Hyphen, as in upstarts. Like the male K-pop will be just fine, and of course, we got mainstays like NCT still churning stuff out, but I think Stray Kids are like the face of male K-pop right now, with this hiatus from BTS. But let me know, how'd you feel about Stray Kids' third album? 5-star? Did you like it as much as I did? What's your favorite song? And for more music reviews, more K-pop reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.